Good. You all having a good night?
Yes.
Good to hear. So my name's Conor Smyth. I'm currently about to finish my first year studying a PhD in laser physics. Ooh. Gets better, hold on. So to start us off, I thought I'd give yourself a bit of background about myself. So not only am I studying a PhD in physics, but I'm also dyslexic. Right? Now, I think the reason I've done so well in academia, so I kept on going, is because I've actually known I'm dyslexic a lot longer than most people know they're dyslexic. So for those of you who don't know, normally you find out later when you first start learning to read and write that you're dyslexic. It becomes apparent that you're not picking things up as quick as the other kids. And you go and get tested and one or two things happen. Either it turns out you're dyslexic or you're just a bit slow. Now, for me this wasn't the case. I knew from day one, or at least my parents knew from day one, that I was dyslexic. And you may be wondering how I knew this, and it's quite simple. I come from an Irish family, alright? Shocking, I know. And you may or may not know, but Irish names tend to be a bit complicated and generally unphonetical a lot of the time. So I'm third in my family. I have an older sister, and her name is Neve, spelled Niamh. Don't ask me how you get Neve out of that, but there you go. I've got an older brother then, his name is Gearóid. Gearo Fada ID. Fada is an accent for those of you who don't know. And then along came number 3, Conor. Now for most of you, probably spell Conor Connor. But my parents thought, no, this will only confuse the poor child. Take one of the ends out. So my name is spelled Conor. Now, I'm sure maybe some of you out there have children. This is Dundee after all. So you might be thinking, Conor, maybe your parents didn't know you're dyslexic. Maybe they're just getting a bit lazy after their third child. They couldn't think of nice, pretty Irish names to give you. So to make it easier on themselves, they call you Conor. But no, I know this isn't the case because I also have a younger sister. And her name is Aoife, spelled Aoife. Out of the 4 of us, there's one of us is dyslexic, and that's myself. And so they definitely knew. Now this dyslexia led to my actual first challenge when I started my PhD. And that challenge was to figure out just exactly what I was studying. So I mentioned the first hurdle, there you go. So I mentioned I studied laser physics, but more specifically the type of lasers I work on are known as vexels, which is an acronym. Now I don't know about you guys, but I don't really like acronyms, you know. UKIP, STDs, to name a few. I don't like them. And the world of physics seems to love them, but there you go. So it took me a while. I went down the usual avenues of finding out what a new word meant. I looked it up in the dictionary. I can tell you now, vexels isn't in the dictionary. Closest I got was vessels, so a large container or boat. I'm pretty sure I wasn't studying that. So next thing to do, the old reliable Google. Put into Google. There we go. That's when I found out I was doing acronyms. So it turns out vexels, V stands for vertical, as in opposite of horizontal. E stands for external, outside. C stands for cavity, as in, you know, cavity. S stands for surface, as in the surface of something. E stands for emitting, and L stands for laser, as in, you know, laser. So most of you have an idea of what a laser is, but I'm sure when it comes down to it, you probably couldn't really explain what a laser is, and this wasn't anything different for myself. So then I had to go back to the drawing board, put lasers back into view, and wouldn't you know, the twisted sense of humour that is the physics world, once you think you understand something, they like to knock you down and you realise you don't actually have a clue what you're doing. So lasers is also an acronym. So vexels is what's known as a macronym. So I learned a lot of new words for this page. So a macronym is an acronym which contains another acronym. That's someone's enjoying that. So vexels, actually, it took me a while, but I learned all the words. It's a vertical external cavity surface emitting laser, where laser stands for light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation. Thank you very much. Don't ask me exactly what that means, but I tell you what, it helps for the word counts anyway. So going from something I don't like about the world of physics to something I enjoy about the world of physics, and that's the ability of physicists to take a completely random theoretical problem, apply logic to it, and then they'll give you what I would call an accurate theoretical answer. Accurate in that they've used logic to get there, theoretical in that there was no logic at all in the concept. There you go. So question I get a lot from my friends when I tell them I'm studying laser physics is, well, just how powerful are the lasers you're working with? And I know I could give you the quota, I can give you the power rate and all this kind of stuff, but when it comes down to it, I myself didn't really know, well, what could this laser do? So I subtly asked my supervisor, well, just how powerful is our most powerful laser? And he gave it to me in terms of kettles, which seems to be the standard unit of power measurement. I don't know why, whenever you're explaining power, it's always kettles. So he said the average kettle gives off about 2,000 watts of power, and our most powerful laser is rated at 200 watts. So in terms of kettles, not that strong, but the difference is with our laser, the power is actually focused down, so it can do a lot of damage. Now, I knew my friends wouldn't find this very satisfactory answer. I didn't find it very satisfactory, so I asked them the real question. Can it burn holes and stuff? That's what Then he gave me not such a satisfactory answer. He said, well, that depends what you want to burn a hole in. So first thing came to mind, I said, well, what about a block of wood? Could it burn a block of wood? To which he laughed. He said, haha, of course it could. Just set me back, so I had to think quickly, I had to think of something bigger, and the first thing that came to my head, don't ask me why, was, well, what about a cow? I've got to give credit to my supervisor, because he thought about it for a few seconds, and he said, well, that depends, Conor. So I was like, what? It depends. Depends on what kind of cow or something. So I asked, well, what does it depend on? And he said, well, that depends if you're hitting the white spot or you're hitting the black spot as a cow. So, there you go. My name is Conor Smyth. I study VEXL, which stands for Vertical External Cavity Surface Emitting Laser, where laser stands for light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation, and I could also kill cows depending on what colour they are.